Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a talk through makeup tutorial, and for today I'm going to be, I almost dropped it. For today I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors Mickey Mouse palette. This is one of the limited edition palettes that they came out with not too long ago, and I haven't done another video with it, so I wanted to do that today. So the only thing that I have so far is my brows, as well as, where's my clip? The only thing that I have on my eyes is my brows and the primer. For primer today I used the Huda Beauty concealer, and then I'm gonna set my primer because that's something that I haven't done. I'm gonna set it with the CoverGirl loose powder right here, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this on my eyelids. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the red one here, and I'm gonna apply this on my crease, and I'm gonna pack on this color before I start blending it out. And you know what, I forgot my tape. I'm gonna apply the little piece of tape, and by the way, this is just regular Scotch tape that I use all the time. So I'm gonna go all the way to the tape and then all the way to the inner corner. This is the way that I usually start my looks whenever I pack on a color, and I want to make sure that it looks nice and intense. I really like this red in this palette. I feel like it's not too bright. It's just like the right red to have in this palette. At least I liked it a lot. I know it's been out of stock forever. The other products aren't. I've still seen the lip glosses and lipsticks on Ulta's website, but not the palette anymore. So there we go with that one. And then I'm going to take my small little blending brush. This is the Morphe M514, and I'm going to take a little bit of the red color and go over the edge and start blending that out. Okay, so that's enough for the red one. Now I'm going to apply the purple shade and pack that on in the crease, and then a small little blending brush to blend out that edge. Go over that. I'm just gonna pack it on to really intensify the crease area, and I'm gonna take my pointy blending brush and blend out the crease shade. Now I'm gonna go back into the red shade using that same packing on brush and go over this line. This is gonna help me blend that purple shade with the red one, and then again take the blending brush and go over the red line, or the red edge. I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty concealer again, and I'm gonna do a round cut crease on my eyelid. I really like using my Huda Beauty concealer because it gives me a lot of coverage. It just makes my eyelid look really even. I always feel like this eye, for some reason, maybe it's like the angle that I'm in, but I always need to go in a little bit closer to the inner corner. I always do this one like really easy and fast. This one's the one that I always feel I need to go closer. So I think that looks pretty good. And now I'm gonna take a flat brush and I'm gonna go over the concealer so that way I can remove the extra that it has on top. That way the eyeshadow that I apply on top doesn't apply like really thick. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this nude one right here. It's like a brown nude, and I'm gonna use that same flat brush that I was using for the concealer and just go over the cut crease. Okay, so now using another MAC 217, I'm gonna pack on the eyeshadow on top. This one's a lot fluffier, so it applies way more product. So now taking my small pencil brush, I'm gonna go in the purple shade and then go over this line right here. This really cleans up the cut, and I'm just gonna go back and forth to kind of blend that out. Taking the pointy blending brush, I'm gonna go over that. I'm not adding any more color, I'm just, whatever is already there, that's what I'm using. Now I'm going to use my fluffy brush and go over that too, so that way I can keep blending upwards. So I'm going to take off all of the fallout. So I want to try something else today. I haven't used a gel liner in a long time, so I'm going to use this one by Tarte. This one's called the Tartist, and like I said, I haven't used it in a long time. This is a clay paint liner. So I have the brush that comes with it, like it's supposed to work really good with it. I'm gonna do my eyeliner. Let's see how it turns out, because like I said, I haven't used gel in a long time. I remember I used to like this, but right now I feel like it looks kind of grayish. Maybe I need a new one because this one is pretty old. I'm gonna try it with my Real Techniques brush, but yeah, I think this brush is better. Okay, so there it is. It's not too bad, but it doesn't look like super black like what I normally do with like the NYX liquid eyeliner. Let me go over it just a little bit. It doesn't look too bad. Now that I'm done with like the whole wing, it looks pretty good. Okay, so on the lower lash line, I'm gonna start off with the red, and I think I'm gonna just leave it red. I don't think I'm gonna add another color. I'm not sure yet though. I'm gonna take a clean M514 brush and then blend this part out. Take off all this fallout that I have, and then I'm gonna clean up the gel liner with it too. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over it one more time, just on the edges. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished off the other eye, and then for the waterline, I think I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna try it first. If not, I'll go over it with black, but this one is by Urban Decay. It's one of the 24/7 Glide On pencils. This one is in the color Alkaline. Okay, so yeah, that looks pretty. I like it. I'm gonna keep it like that. And then for my top lashes, I'm gonna use this Smashbox Superfan mascara. So I was talking the entire time, but the microphone was blinking, which means it wasn't recording my voice. So all I did was apply my Drunk Elephant serum, and I was telling you I'm almost out of it. I probably have like one more, maybe one or two more uses, and then I can tell you a little bit more about it. I got it whenever I did my VAB Sephora haul, and it's been maybe like a month or two, not that long, but I'm almost out of it. So next I'm gonna use my Beauty Bakery oil, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. Same thing I've been doing in all of my tutorials. I just use a little bit, just like that, and press it into my face. Okay, so I waited a little bit, and it still pretty much looks the same, but to me it just dries just a tiny bit, and by then I already washed my hands because I don't like to feel my hands being oily once I move on with like my other steps. So next I'm gonna use the Maybelline Superstay foundation, and I'm gonna apply it with my beauty blender. And this one is in the color 120 Classic Ivory. If you're looking for a good matte drugstore foundation, this one is one of my favorites. I actually just mentioned it in my best and worst of 2018, and of course that was part of the best ones that I tried, and I really like it. I feel like it evens out my skin tone pretty quickly, like with the first application of it. Sometimes I have to go over some areas just because I get a little bit more red around my nose and sometimes on my cheeks, but I don't have to go over it too much, you know? I don't have to apply a bunch of product. I feel like this eye needs a little bit of red up there, right? It does look like that. Let me go over that real quick before I apply my concealer in case I get any fallout. Just a little bitty bit. Yeah, I think that looks better. So there you go, that looks a lot better. Okay, so now for concealer, I am going to use the Makeup Forever HD. This is the one that I've been using in all of my tutorials, and I keep telling you I'm going to have a video on it, which I am. It's just, since it's a self-setting concealer, I want to see the difference between setting it and not setting it, and wearing it for a few days, because it's something different, you know? Most of the time we set our concealer, it's just weird not to, especially if you set your foundation already, so it's just like, you know, a little iffy. So that's why I've been trying this one out like a few different ways and for a few different days. So that rhymed. This is just going to highlight my makeup a little bit, and I got it in the color 21, but it's not super light, you know? It's not like too much. It's just like, it's like the right shade for me, and it blends out so easily. That's what I really like about it. Okay, and then I forgot my primer. So I was gonna apply this one after the oil, and I forgot to put it on. So now I am just gonna go ahead and move on, set with my CoverGirl loose powder. And like I said, I'm not gonna bake my under eyes or apply any product there. And grab my brush. I'm just gonna use this JH02 brush and apply my powder all over my face. Okay, so to contour, actually I'm not gonna do like contouring like with the contour kit. I am gonna bronze my face first with this one. This one is the e.l.f. Clarifying Pressed Powder, and it's not a bronzer. This is an actual powder. It's just like a deeper shade than what I use, and I really like it for, it's kind of like a contour shade, but you can use it for contour or bronzing if you have my skin tone, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this with this contouring brush, or this, what is this one called? This is by Real Techniques. Yeah, it's called the contour brush. And I'm pretty much gonna apply it where I contour, but like I said, it is a pressed powder, so if you look for it like at Walmart or something, it's not gonna say bronzer on the packaging. Have it, what color is mine? Mine is in the color light beige. And then for bronzer, I'm also gonna use one by e.l.f. This one is called the Healthy Glow Bronzer. So this one's an actual bronzer, which is really pretty. It has a lot of shimmer in there. I don't apply too much, but it looks really pretty once you have it on. Like, it gives you a nice glow. And I'm going to use the bigger brush that I always use for bronzer and just go over that. I'm just going to apply it on my cheeks though. I'm not going to go around to my forehead. And for blush today, I'm going to use this one by Milani. This is one of their rose blushes that I haven't used in a while. This one is in the color Tea Rose. It's a little bit more pink on camera, but it's a light pink shade. Alright, and then on my lower lashes, I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Then today for falsies, I'm going to use these by Ray Beauty. These were sent to me by them, and you can find them on Instagram and see like other ones that they have. These are very pretty. These are in the style Raylan. I've already used them once. I'm going to use them again today. They're pretty fluffy but still like natural looking, so I do like them because they just look really good. And I'm going to use my black eyelash glue for today since I am wearing eyeliner. So you see, these are still like fluffy in the center, which is why I think they don't make my eye look droopy, because they're not like super heavy and fluffy on the outer part. So now I know each time like I get a new pair of lashes, I learn a little bit more about like what looks better on my eyes. And now I know that I can still wear some that are longer on the outer part, but they still have to be a little long and fluffy on the center. The falsies made this look so much better. I really like it. Okay, so the last thing that I have to use from this palette is the highlight, which you already know I really like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on my inner corners as well as my brow bone. I'm gonna try not to get too low on my brow bone. Sometimes I do, and it gets way too close to my shadow. So let me just... So there, I just want to apply it right up there. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush, like I always do, so that way I can blend it into the shadow. I really like this eyeshadow look. It looks so pretty. Okay, I haven't done a look like this in a long time. Plus, I've been doing all the colorful looks that I already love to do. But today I wanted something darker, and I even think it's probably because of my shirt. Like, it happens sometimes. So I'm going to use this one on my cheeks, and I really, really love this. They should make that highlight into a single. Like, it's really, really nice. Whatever is left from my cheeks, I'm going to apply it on my forehead. And then I'm going to get my smaller brush. And I'm going to apply the same highlight on the bridge of my nose, and on the tip of my nose, and on my cupid's bow. I picked a lipstick. I hope that it looks fine. It's like a mauve color. And I picked this one right here. This one is called a Mauve Story, and it's part of the Desi and Katie collection. And I'm hoping that it looks good. I think it will, but I'll see. If not, then I'll change it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this one on top of it and see how that looks. This one's gonna give me a little bit more color. This one's called Punk, and it is by Kylie Cosmetics. It's one of the ones that I got from Ulta because I feel like the one that I'm wearing right now is just too nude for me. Okay, so I thought that by having the other one underneath it, it would lighten it a little bit, but it really didn't. So I'm gonna apply this one in the center. I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush. So that is the complete look for today's makeup tutorial. I hope you guys liked it, and I was so happy to use this palette again. Let me know if you ended up getting it. If you didn't, you can still recreate this look with whatever colors you already have. But I really do like this palette. It's just sucky that they only had like, this was an actual limited edition. Unless they come out with more, it seems like this one was for real, like a for real limited edition. So yeah, I mean, I know the color combination didn't look that interesting, but to me that purple and the red were the ones that I really wanted to try. And then of course that highlight is also really good. But anyways, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you in my next one.